welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name's Vicky and I am 27 years old. I'm from Canada, but I currently live in London and we have some big changes coming up. I'm gonna be moving, I think. We're not sure where yet. Well, we think we know where, but nothing is concrete yet. But anyway, I just like make lifestyle, regular vlogs, as well as like some random theme vlogs here and there. And you're just here to follow along with my life. So I hope you enjoy, I hope you stick around. And if you do, please hit the subscribe button, like it, hit the notification bell, comment, all the things. And let's just get right into the video. Okay, today we're going through my morning routine slash kind of how to become a morning person and some tips on how to wake up early. So I started waking up at like 5, between the hour of 5 and 5:30 a.m. Just based out of necessity. Literally 6 months ago, that was the middle of the night to me, like 5 a.m. and no thank you. It's still dark as hell outside, like absolutely not, I'm not waking up. But I've learned one thing about myself, and that is that I absolutely need to get things done in the morning. I lose motivation at around like 3 p.m. I will make every excuse in the book not to go to the gym after work. And because I work an office job and I have to be in the office 3 times a week right now, I like my fitness goals and just like exercising and like moving my body is really important to me. So like I need to do those things in the morning because otherwise I'm not gonna get them done. And especially because right now it's winter in the UK, obviously, and it's so dark early in the morning, but it's also so dark when I get off of work. So I can't really like go for a run in the evening, or I mean I can go to the gym, but it's so hard for me. And even just like going for a walk when it's pitch black out, I don't like feel super safe. So unfortunately that's just the way she goes. But I honestly feel so good when I wake up in the morning early, and I am so much more productive because of it. But every morning looks a little bit different, and I give myself a little bit of grace. You know, sometimes like you're gonna be more tired, there's gonna be things going on, you're not gonna be sleeping well. So you do need to be realistic. If you really want to become a morning person and you really want to like start waking up at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. or whatever works for you, then you need to be realistic with yourself and set goals that you can actually attain and like do things that you can actually attain. Like you're gonna be really tired in the beginning, but it's almost like every weekend I have a reset almost, because on Saturday and Sunday, I let myself sleep in a little bit, and then Sunday night, I find myself not as tired as I normally am. So then Monday morning comes around, and I have to kind of like be exhausted that whole day to get myself back into the rhythm of things. So that's probably not great, but that's just how she goes. I'm not gonna wake up at 5 a.m. on the weekends. Like I need to sleep in. And I don't wake up at 5 a.m. every single day either. When I'm working from home, I usually wake up at like 6 or 7 a.m. depending on if I'm doing a workout in the morning before work or if I'm gonna do a lunchtime workout that day. So every morning looks different, but on average, like 3 to 4 times a week, I'm waking up at 5 a.m. Well, between 5 and 5:30 and going to the gym before work. So I just wanted to talk about like my main tips on how to do that and how to stick to those things and just kind of make it part of your daily routine. I wanted to like preface this by saying you need to know yourself and you need to be realistic with yourself. Like I said, like my sister, for example, my older sister, she is the complete opposite of me. She is a night owl. She is most productive and creative in the evening and nighttime. Like she's working until 1 or 2 in the morning. That could never be me. It will never be me. I've never been like that. Like I stay up late sometimes, but even like pretty much forever, I've been like one of the first people to go to sleep. Like I just get really tired at nighttime. So that's why I find myself way more productive in the mornings. And I love the mornings. Like when I wake up before the sun and I get to watch the sunrise, I just feel like this sense of, am I better than everyone? No, but I just genuinely feel like I have a lot more creativity and energy and productivity in the morning. So that's what I have to hone into. Whereas some people are more creative and productive in the evening. So you kind of have to know those things about yourself. So like if you're gonna be staying up until midnight, 1 a.m., don't try to wake up at 5 a.m. You're gonna kill yourself. Like you're gonna be way, way, way too tired and you're never gonna be productive at any point of the day. So be realistic. If 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. is early for you and that's when you wanna wake up, then you know, use these tips to kind of wake up for that. You don't have to wake up at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m., whatever. But that's just what works for me. I also am a really poor sleeper, unfortunately. I always have been, well, since I was like a little kid. I used to be a really good sleeper to the point where I had some issues. And now I think maybe that gave me a little bit of trauma, but now I just like, I'm a really light sleeper. I don't get super good quality sleeps. I would love to get an Aura ring. I think I mentioned that in a previous video, but I'm still like, someday I would love to get one of those. And also on my list of things I would love to get when I make more money, I would love to get a hatch alarm. But right now we do with what we have. So this is not going to be like the most aesthetic morning routine video you've ever seen, but it's realistic, it's productive, it works for me, it's still cozy, and it's how I wake up at 5 in the morning in the middle of the winter when it's -°C outside and I'm still getting myself to the gym. So there's something to be said there. The first thing is, and I know this is so annoying and everyone says it, but everyone says it because it's true, your morning routine starts at nighttime, the night before. It really, really does. Like, I would not be able to wake up in the morning if I didn't prep the night before. So for me, that means I need to be going to sleep. If I'm waking up at like 5 a.m., I need to be in bed by 10 p.m. That's realistic for me. That's what works for me, you know, like in terms of getting home from work and actually having enough time in my evening to like do other things and not just like come home, eat dinner and go to sleep. Like, I don't want to live that life. So 10 p.m., 10:30 p.m. works for me, and that's what that's like what I aim for. But in terms of prep, that means I'm making my breakfast for the morning before, especially if I'm going to the gym and then going straight to the office. I'm, you know, washing my face and brushing my teeth and making a little sleepy time tea before bed. I usually have my workout outfit set out the night before so that I can just like throw it on and get out the door, because I'm not trying to wake up and like have a really long morning routine at 5 in the morning. That's just not me. Also lately I've really been enjoying reading before bed because I got a Kindle and it's a lot easier to read because I can just turn all my lights off and still be able to see the screen. But I have been reading a book right now because I finished the one on my Kindle, and I have so many physical books that I haven't read yet that I just want to get through. So I really like to read. I find that makes me feel really tired, but I am the type of person that still needs like sound when I go to sleep. I cannot sleep in the pitch dark and complete silence. I do not know how people do it. And like most of my friends are like that. Like every time we have a sleepover, they're just like lights off, no noise, eye mask on, asleep in 3 seconds. I'm like, how are you people like this? Like, you are an anomaly to me. I don't understand. I need sound. I don't know, like maybe I have some trauma that I've suppressed about sleeping that I don't understand, but I cannot go to sleep in complete silence. I never have been able to. Like, I've always had an issue with that. So I used to watch TV before I went to bed, which I know you're not supposed to watch or look at screens before bed, but like it was the only thing that helped me fall asleep, and that was my like struggle. So lately I haven't been watching TV, but I have been listening to like sleep sounds or ASMR sounds, which I know I've talked about in a past video, and it still feels very vulnerable to let you guys know that I listen to ASMR videos to fall asleep, but it really helps me and it conks me out. So that's what works for me, and that's part of the nighttime routine of falling asleep before helping me get to the morning routine. And that's the first tip, is to really have like a nice little nighttime routine that makes you happy, that makes you cozy, and that helps you fall asleep, and it helps you fall asleep earlier. The next tip for me is I like to set 2 alarms just because I get nervous about not like accidentally stopping the first alarm or whatever. So I always set one at 5 and then one at 5:10. And that always works for me. Normally because I don't have a Hatch alarm clock, or I know I could just get like a regular alarm clock, but like I don't need more things right now. Because I don't have an alarm clock, I use my phone. So I need to have my phone in my room, but I don't have it right next to me on my bed. And that's honestly just because of the plug system in my room and how things work out. Like, I can't have it next to me, but I don't have an issue like scrolling on my phone at night. That's not something that really tempts me. I find it kind of makes me feel like shit before I go to sleep, so I avoid it. But if you do have an issue with that, then I do highly suggest like putting your phone out of reach, whether it's out of your room or just like somewhere you can't actually be scrolling while it's plugged in, and like have it close to you. And then I set my alarm for 5 and 5:10, like I said, and I'll allow myself 1 snooze, because I just know myself. Like, I can tell myself until the cows come home that I'm not gonna snooze my alarm. When 5 a.m. rolls around, I'm gonna snooze my alarm. I just know myself, I'm realistic with myself, and I'm like, okay, I'll allow myself 1 snooze so that at 5:09, because the Apple alarms are 9 minutes between each, at 5:09, I know that a minute later my next alarm is gonna go off, and that's when I know I need to actually get out of bed. So realistic with myself, usually out of bed by 5:10. Good night. Good morning. It's 5:15. Woke up like 5 minutes ago. And now we're gonna make some tea. I'm so excited. And we're actually having a little bit of a slower morning. Like normally on my 5 a.m. mornings, I wake up, brush my teeth, get changed and go. But it's a work from home day today, but I have 2 workouts. I'm doing a tempo run and a full body run. So I wanted to wake up earlier so that I could just like ease into the morning a little bit and have like a little snack before my workout, because normally when I work out this early I don't eat anything. Because I'm doing like a 6-kilometer tempo run and a full body workout, I wanted to have a little bit of something, and I don't really think I want a coffee right now, but I do want a little tea. So we're gonna make that and just kind of like chill for 30 minutes before we get ready to go to the gym, which is nice. It's a nice little luxury. Normally I'm just like up, ready to go. And this morning I'm giving myself a little bit of time to ease into the 5 a.m. morning. And every day is gonna look a little bit different, but the hardest part is over. We're up, we're awake, we got this. And now we can get our day started. This morning I actually ended up having like a little bit of a slower morning because I was working from home, but I had a longer workout this morning, so I still wanted to wake up early and get my workout done before work. So I woke up at 5, but I didn't actually leave the house until 6, whereas I would normally wake up at 5:10 and leave the house by like 5:30 to get to the gym and be able to come back and get ready and go to the office. But today, working from home, so I woke up, and because I was having a longer workout, I was doing a run and a full body workout, I wanted to have like a little snack. Normally I do work out on an empty stomach because 5 a.m. is too early for me to eat and I don't have enough time to like digest before I go. But this morning, like I said, every morning's a little bit different, but I try to wake up and have like a similar routine most mornings. And I ended up just having a rice cake with banana and peanut butter and a little tea, and just kind of chilled for a second, watched a YouTube video and just kind of like let myself breathe and kind of like wake up. And I find when I give myself that time, like the waking up part isn't as hard for me. It's the waking up and knowing that I immediately have to exert energy that I find harder. So I just kind of have, it's like a mental thing and it's a discipline thing, honestly, now. But it's taken a long time to get here. And when I have mornings like this where I know I can have a little bit of a slower ease into the morning, that's just like a beautiful treat to me. So yeah, like I said, I had my tea, I watched a YouTube video, ate my little snack, and then I got ready and headed to the gym. And then I did my workout. It was actually a really long workout, so, and like a tough one, so I'm really glad that I had a little snack because I think I would have been starving if I didn't. So that kind of goes into my, I mean, I skipped a couple steps there, but that kind of goes into one of my other tips is to have things to look forward to in the morning and to like things that make you excited to get out of bed. So for me, I was like, I can't wait to have my tea and little snack in the morning. Can't wait to give myself a little bit of time to watch a YouTube video before I have to go to the gym. I am really excited about my workout because I had my workout all planned out. So like I said, the pre-planning and pre-prepping in the nighttime really helps with the morning routine. And I just had little things that I was excited about because I get excited about the smallest stuff, and that is what life is all about, I think. So that's another tip, is just to have things that make you excited. So if you have to wake up like 20 minutes earlier, but you know that that's going to give you a second to ease into the morning, then I think it's totally worth it. And sometimes you just need the extra sleep and your body knows that, and that's totally fine too. Like there's been many a time that I've snoozed the alarm until, you know, 5:25 and had 5 minutes to get ready and go out the door, and that happens sometimes, but I know I feel better for it if I give myself a little bit more time in the morning to like ease into things. How many times have I said ease now? It's coffee time. So good. And it's vitamin time. Just take one of these every day, usually in the morning or afternoon, not at night, because apparently it can keep you up, I guess. And I usually take it with a meal, and I'm about to have breakfast. And we're gonna make some protein oats. My next tip kind of coincides with the last one, but it's to like have a self-care moment in the morning. It really gives you another thing to like look forward to, and it's going to make you feel better. And for me, that is like a very simple little routine. But when I get home from my workout, I love to have like a long hot shower that's gonna make me feel good and warm up and feel clean and nice and fresh for the day. And then that just means a little bit of skincare. So in the morning, I do a serum, an eye cream, and a face cream, and that's it. And then on days where I work from home, I don't normally wear any makeup just because I'm lazy and I don't want to. If I don't have a bunch of meetings, then like what's the point of sitting with a face of makeup for me? But if I'm working from the office, then I will put makeup on. And that also makes me feel a little bit better when I'm like going out into the day and I get to wear a cute outfit and put my makeup on. But when I'm working from home, I love to just like have a bare face, but have like nice, clean, moisturized skin. But another tip for me, especially if you're working from home, on my work from home days, I like to change into something. So even if I'm not working out, I still like to change out of what I slept in, because it makes me feel like I'm getting ready for the day and I'm like ready to be productive. Whereas if I was just to crawl out of bed and wear my sweatpants, well, I mean, I still do wear sweats, but it's my day sweats versus my nighttime sweats. And it makes a difference. Honestly, it really does. It just makes you feel like you got up and got changed, even if you're still wearing something comfortable. And if you're working from home and not wearing something comfortable, then like, that's on you. I don't know why you would be doing that, but you know what, to each their own. So that's another tip, is to get yourself ready even if you are working from home, because it does make you feel more productive. And I can attest that it's definitely true for me. When I get ready, this is me, ready, a sweater and sweatpants and sitting here with my hot water bottle. But I still I'm not wearing what I wore to bed, and that makes me feel better and more productive. So that's a huge tip for me, especially when you're working from home. Right now, I only work from home twice a week, but I used to work remotely entirely, and the days where I would just like crawl out of bed, log onto my computer, and be wearing what I wore to bed, I just felt like shit. Like, you just don't feel good. So getting yourself a little bit ready, whatever that means for you, I find really, really helps with the morning routine and like being productive and feeling better. And then I think my final tip for the morning routine is having a really, really nice, nutritious breakfast. I know everyone has different ideas for nutrition and what works for them, and if you don't eat in the morning, then sure. I used to do that, and it just did not work for me, especially when I work out in the morning. And if you're working out in the morning, I urge you to eat things and not go too long. I know there's like conflicting evidence about whether or not it's actually important to eat within a certain period of time after your workout, and especially protein within a certain amount of time, but I roll with that. I think that getting your protein in within a certain period of time after your workout definitely helps. It makes me feel better, and I'm starving after I work out, and after I like come home, calm down, grab a quick shower, I'm hungry. So I think the cherry on top, literally today, because I had cherries in my oatmeal, the cherry on top of your morning routine is to, again, have something to look forward to, but have a nice, nutritious breakfast. And for me, that normally looks like something more on the like sweet carb side. Like, I'm not a big savory breakfast gal. Sometimes I'll feel like eggs, but normally I'm like a protein yogurt bowl, a protein oats, or an overnight oats with protein and all that. Yes, protein. But I just find that works for me. It makes me feel great. I love it. And I just like crave fruit in the morning. So that's what I normally gravitate toward. So this morning I had a nice warm bowl of protein oats with yogurt on top, a little bit of plain Greek yogurt. We had some cherries in there. We had some chocolate tahini, which is my new obsession and my new fixation, nut butter or butter. What do you call it? Seed butter, I guess. I'm just obsessed with it, is the moral of the story. And, you know, just made it fun, made it special. I always change it up. Like, I'm never doing the exact same thing. It's always like marginally different, and that works for me because I've been doing it for like 2 years and I'm not tired of it. But overall, it's usually pretty much the same. And it's so easy to prep. So the mornings where I am going into the office, it's just so easy to like mix up my little overnight oats overnight, keep it in the fridge, and then take it out in the morning and eat that after my workout. It's just easy, simple, and I love it. If you don't like it, then don't do it. I'm just gonna eat my breakfast and drink my coffee and have like a couple minutes to myself again before I have to log into work. Cherries are so good right now. I don't know if they're in season, but they're so good. And this like chocolate protein powder with the chocolate tahini. A warm bowl of perfection. Every time. Every single goddamn time. I tried the chia seed pudding situation. I absolutely hated it. I don't know what it was. Like, I am a texture person, but I can eat most things, and I've trained myself to eat a lot of things that I don't like, and now I do like them. But chia seed pudding, I don't know. I don't know if it's the texture, I don't know if it's the taste, I don't know if it's a mix between all of it, but not for me. Maybe I'll try that again. Maybe that's my new like meal that I don't like that I can train myself to like. But right now, I don't need to. And it really grossed me out the last time I had it. But if you love that, go for it. If you like a savory breakfast, go for it. And if you want something you can prep, there's like so many ideas out there. Like, you can do egg bites, pre-made breakfast sandwiches. You can do like, I don't know, you can do savory oats. I would definitely dive into that. But there's lots of options. So make your life easier. Just prep, just a little bit of prep goes such a long way, and it makes your life easier and you're gonna be happier for it. So honestly, those are all my tips, I think. I'm sure I have more, but I didn't do me talking about prepping and planning, and I didn't do too much prepping and planning for this video. I just kind of wanted to sit down and chat with you guys and go over my routine and show you kind of some of the things that I do when I'm having a nice 5 a.m. morning. Sorry, I just talked your ear off for like 20 straight minutes, but that is the end of my little winter morning routine and my tips for waking up early, having a 5 a.m. morning routine, or whatever AM you want to wake up at. And yeah, I mean, it's ever changing. Every season I find I change things up a little bit, and that's why I love seasons. I was literally talking about this the other day with one of my coworkers, and I was like getting real hyped because I literally love having seasons. I think it's just like you have such a renewed sense of being when there's a new season. It's like a new year, but quarterly. Although our winter in Canada and in the UK does last a little bit too long, I will say that. But anyway, I digress. I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna stop talking because I've been talking for way too long. And I just wanted to thank you guys so much for watching this video, for watching my other one. If you did enjoy it and you are new here, then please subscribe. I'm going to start posting more on my TikTok and Instagram, so check me out there. I have it linked in the description box below, I believe. It's actually like a New Year's resolution of mine. I feel like I'm gonna like hit my resolutions out of the park this year, my goals for the year, and one of them is short form content. So I'm gonna be working on that. So follow me over there, and hopefully you'll see more content from me over there as well. And I don't talk this much, hopefully. But yeah, if you did like it, please subscribe and like the video, comment what time you wake up in the morning. I'm so interested to see, like, I know a lot of my best friends are shift workers, so you know, something like this isn't as relevant for them, but it's still really good to get into a routine regardless of when you have to wake up. And I know a lot of people fight it, but routine is really good for you. It's really good for like your nervous system. And sometimes we just want a healthy, happy nervous system this year. We just want to be chilling, having a good life, thriving. And that's the goal. So anyway, like I said 4 times already, I'm gonna stop talking. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one, and I love you so much.